you do this. Oh, yeah. We're gonna cut the first seconds. Okay, so idea is that you introduce yourself, and then briefly populists thought in Finland, what I also call nationalism, and then not too much about the parties because it's gonna get, but then the critique of Islam, critique of mass immigration, political correctness, basically, are the things that you have discussed, but we concentrated. It's a lot of topics, but I think what we should not forget is what I'm trying to say is that Sweden has maybe influenced, or Finland has gone the Swedish way. That's the story that I can say, look now, Finland is going our way, what is happening? Mm-hmm. So that's the main topic. I think we start with that one, and then we can go a bit back, okay? Because this thing about 30,000 in the northern, or in 2015, still that's a lot, you know, compared, if you have 3,000 before, you go to 3 to 30 in 1 year. That's, we went from maybe 34, maybe 50,000 to 100, so. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Hej Swebb-TV-tittare, idag är jag i Helsingfors. Jan Funnesson heter jag, och jag ska idag tala med 2 stycken finska bloggare som är aktiva på alternativmediesidan i Finland. En av dem ser ni här till vänster om mig, han heter Kenneth Sikorski, och så har vi en anonym person som bloggar under namnet Vasahammaren till höger om mig. Vi börjar med Kenneth här till vänster om mig. Kan du berätta lite, Kenneth, vad du håller på internet?
I've been working on the internet since 2005. I started out as a pro-Israel blogger and then launched into anti-Islamization work for the last, since 2008, 2009. Mm.
So as you hear, Kenneth is an American living in Finland, so I actually conduct this interview in English, which is a language I master, but also Vasahammaren, Mr. Vasahammaren. Who are you and what are you doing on the internet?
Well, the story is pretty much the same as Kenneth's. I've blogged since 2006, and the topics I've covered are mass immigration, Islam, political correctness, and that kind of things.
Mm. Okay, why I'm here in Helsinki is because we have noticed in Sweden that Finland is going in the same direction as Sweden has gone in accepting many migrants, being too cowardly towards Islam, many of us think, and basically more politically correct. We used to think in Sweden that the Finns were strong, independent people who spoke their mind freely, but Kenneth has, and also Mr. Vasahammaren has said to me here today that no, Finland has its story of conformism and self-censorship, but what in 2015 you said that's where you can actually see that Finland was taking more refugees. What happened?
Well, in 2015, an influx of refugees overflow from Sweden came into Finland through the Haparanda-Tornio border with Sweden. And at the time, the current, at the time, Foreign Minister Timo Soini was from the Finns party, which held, was in the coalition government with the National Coalition and the Center Party. Basically turned his back on his voters and went in with the rest of the government, and basically did not really mount any type of resistance of what was happening in the northern border. And we received 32,000 plus quote-unquote asylum seekers or refugees. But the Finnish office, it was the Migri, the migration office, had just recently came out saying that the overwhelming majority of those who applied from the Iraqi side were former soldiers, they were deserters. Mm. So that is the big wake up that we had from the last deluge of Muslims into the country, and which resulted in a big shake-up with the Finns party, which is the only nationalist party in Finland, and populist nationalist party, and resulted in a split within the party, and now the president of the Finns party, Jussi Halla-aho, has taken that downturn in polls from 9% all the way to 21%, being the top Finnish party in Finland presently. And we just went through elections earlier this year, which these Social Democrats won just by 0.5%.
Yes,
yeah, there was a great story, but didn't get covered much in Sweden, that Sannfinländarna almost were the largest party. But I spoke to Vasahammaren earlier, and he said that the idea that the Finns... Shit! Den här har ramlat ur. Or it wasn't there from the beginning. Shit! We have to... This, otherwise...